Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name's Colton, and I like to talk about Bibles, books, and theology-related things. And today I want to do another translation talk. I have put off this one because I'm just going to be honest. I'm kind of ignorant of this translation in a lot of ways. Now, I've used it before, and it's very popular. I think it is the most popular translation out right now, if I'm not mistaken. And that, of course, is the NIV. I fix my eyes on Christ. Now, this Bible is the only NIV Bible that I own. This is the NIV Zondervan Study Bible with D.A. Carson as the general editor. I got this Bible for free, included with my admission to Together for the Gospel one year in Louisville, Kentucky. They no longer do that anymore. It's a shame. It was a great conference, but they gave us these Bibles there. And this is a great study Bible. It has some really good notes and really cool features to it. I'll have to review it sometime just so you can see it. But it's the only NIV that I own. I don't dislike the NIV. I do know among NIV people, there is a big debate about the update that happened in 2011, I believe it was. Because before that, it was the 1984 edition that everyone used. Now, the thing with the NIV is it's sort of, if you've seen those Bible translation sort of line graphs where you have literal on one side and thought for thought on the other, or word for word on one side and thought for thought on the other, the NIV is usually more towards the thought for thought, but not like full-on paraphrase or anything like that. I've always thought of it as a what do they call a dynamic equivalent translation. I could be wrong. And part of the reason of me making this video is really just to foster discussion about it. If it's your preferred translation, if you love the NIV, I really want to know why. And I'm not saying that to be snarky. Part of it, I'll just be honest, is just I haven't spent a lot of time in the NIV. I've never read through the NIV. And I probably need to do that at some point. It's just never really been high on my priority list for some reason. But from what I know about the NIV, even though it is a thought for thought, more towards the thought for thought translation, not entirely, I know that it is, from what I've understood, a pretty faithful Bible translation. And it uses more modern English, as is to be expected. But you know, it doesn't seem to appeal to a lot of folks who tend to be more on the word for word side of things. So, for example, I mean, just me, and I'm just going to say this for me, most of the Bible translations I seek to read tend to be more on the word for word side. So that's going to be things like the ESV, of course, the New King James Version, the King James Version, the New American Standard Bible, the Legacy Standard Bible. Things like that tend to be more in my wheelhouse and what I go to. When I want to go to a translation that's more thought for thought, I tend to go a little bit further down the spectrum than the NIV, and I usually will pull up the New Living Translation, which I haven't done a video about, but the NLT has a special place in my heart because when I first started ministry as someone with zero education in pastoral ministry, or before I got into Bible college, the New Living Translation was my Bible of choice because I understood it better. Maybe it should have been the NIV. I don't know. But I say all that to say, this translation, it's one that it's perplexed me why it's so popular, but at the same time, I have no grounds for being perplexed by its popularity because I've not spent a ton of time in it. So really my point in making this video is not to talk about my own experience with the NIV, because I have very little, but rather to hear from you guys, my audience, my Bible people out there who love the NIV. Why do you like it so much? Why is it, what about it really just stands out to you? Why do you want to use it? I would love to hear your thoughts, honestly. I would. So this is a short video. That's all I have to say is I don't know a ton about the NIV, other than I know it doesn't tend to be in the more literal word for word side of things. And that, to me, that doesn't mean it's a bad translation. That is not at all what I'm saying. It's just not one that I've tended to gravitate towards. But I know lots and lots of Christians around the world love and treasure this translation. So me, just being a guy on YouTube who talks about Bibles, I want to know why. I want to hear from you. So leave a comment down below. Tell me, if you're an NIV person, why do you like it? What about it really speaks to you? Maybe like the ESV is for me. Maybe it's your heart translation. Maybe you just kind of have been with it for so long. It's really how the Lord has used it to speak clearly to you. I don't know. Would like to hear from you. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet and you enjoy content like this. Like the video, please. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Really appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video.